Yes, so we have two types, one is polynomial and one is exponential. So what is polynomial? So this 1, n square, log n log n, all these are polynomial. Exponential is nothing but 2 to the power n, 3 to the power n to the power n factorial. So all these are exponential terms. Okay, so here polynomial, you have the example. What are the examples? Linear, searching and sorting techniques all comes under polynomial, isn't it? So linear search, what is the complexity? N. Binary search, what is the complexity? Log n. Similarly for sorting, merge sort and all, it is actually n log n. What about the remaining sorting techniques? It is n square. Bubble sort, selection sort, all those are n square. And then exponential, you have all these knapsack problem, traveling salesman problem, sum of subset, all those dynamic programming problems and all what we looked into, those all comes under exponential. That is just an example. Exponential problems. Okay. So this is just an example. See, time complexity here we have taken n square, n to the power 10, 2 to the power n factorial. So if n value is 1, so this is what you get. If n is equal to 10, this is what you get. If n is equal to 100, this is what you get. If n is equal to 1000, this is what you get. See, all polynomial functions you can see what is the value, but exponential it is very difficult, so it is very large values, isn't it? So here NP hard, NP complete, P, NP, this is nothing but what we are trying to do is we are trying to reduce the cost, the time taken to solve these problems. We are just assuming that there is some trick or technique that will help us to reduce the time taken to solve these problems. Okay, see here, first one example they have taken as binary search. Okay, so that is polynomial, and this is taken as non-polynomial, it is taken as traveling salesman problem. So P, it is nothing but polynomial and NP is nothing but non-polynomial. Okay, so here this diagram, it states that this non-deterministic polynomial NP, okay, non-deterministic polynomial, and this is the polynomial. So this polynomial functions is a subset of this non-polynomial function. Okay, or we will see what is deterministic and what is non-deterministic. Okay, so this is what is the just definition. So this P is a subset of NP. Okay, so let us see what is this. So class P is a class of decision problems that can be solved in polynomial time, or these types of problems are called as deterministic algorithms. Okay, so deterministic means already the algorithm exists, the way to solve the problem, it exists, so we are just applying that. See, non-deterministic means as we discussed, we are trying to reduce it to polynomial terms. But how to reduce it to polynomial terms? See, this traveling salesman problem and all, it is in terms of exponent, isn't it? It is in terms of exponent. So how to reduce it to polynomial? So to reduce it to polynomial, we are just randomly trying to apply some tricks. Okay, so we are just assuming that okay, there exists some method or some trick that helps us to solve this using further lesser time. Okay, so that assumptions and all, no, that we call as non-deterministic polynomial algorithms. That means that algorithm doesn't exist. Might be someone might do some research on that, and someone might come up with an algorithm which helps us to further reduce the time taken to solve these problems. So that is what is non-deterministic polynomial algorithms. So that means for now there is no such algorithm. Maybe we will get some algorithm in future. So for now we are just assuming something, and that assumption is non-deterministic. Okay, see here, deterministic means the algorithm already exists. Okay, the algorithm already exists and we are just using that algorithm. So that is polynomial, non-deterministic algorithm. Non-deterministic means that doesn't exist, we are trying to find some way. Okay, yes. So theoretical frame, that is nothing but algorithm with the property that results of every operation is uniquely defined or termed. So if it is defined already, it is called as deterministic. If it is not defined, it is non-deterministic. Okay, so such algorithms we can execute, but we can allow algorithms to contain operations whose outcome is not uniquely defined but is limited to a specified set of possibilities. So what does this mean? See, let us consider binary search. Okay, let us consider binary search. So binary search, worst case we know that it will search for log n times how log n. Every time it divides the array and it searches in only half of the array. So that is the reason we get it as log n. What about the best case? Best case is when the key element is present in the middle, isn't it? So in the entire array, if the key element is present in the exact mid, then that is the best case for binary search, isn't it? So in that case, that means for a particular set, we don't know, isn't it? Every time it may not be in the center only. So for one of the examples it is in the center. So that is the reason here it is clearly given. See, for a specified set of possibilities, only for a specified set of possibilities we are going to consider. Yes. So that is what is deterministic and non-deterministic. Same things it is put in the form of terms. See here, to specify such algorithms we introduce three statements. One is choice, failure and success. So choice, we are randomly assuming that it does our job easier. Okay, and then we decide on that choice whether it is a success or a failure. Okay, so let us see one example. Okay, this is non-deterministic, just a guessing phase and a checking phase. Okay, so this guessing phase we just assume that okay, that algorithm quickly gives you the answer and then check whether it is successful or not. Okay, yes. So let us see one example. So for an example here we have considered the searching algorithm. We are considering the searching algorithm. So if you consider the searching algorithm, we have taken this one small function choice. Okay, we are assuming that the choice will give us the answer. Okay, we have not defined how the choice work. We just know that at one shot the choice will give you the answer. That means it will give you the position of the key. Okay, and then we are just checking whether that a of j is equal to that key element. If so, we are just printing it as success, and otherwise we are printing it as failure. What is the time complexity? That the time complexity is big O of 1. Why it is big O of 1? Because at one shot we have got the choice, isn't it? At one shot we have got the key element, so that is the reason we are considering. This is just to reduce the time complexity we are talking about. Okay, the time complexity for linear search is big O of n, isn't it? It has to search for n. Worst case it is big O of n. So here this choice algorithm, what we are assuming is it will give the exact position or the location of the key element. So we are getting it as success or failure. So that is the reason we are assuming that as it gives in the one shot, we are considering it as big O of 1. Okay, so non-deterministic decision algorithms generate a 0 or 1 as their output. So deterministic search algorithm time complexity is big O, omega of n or whatever it is. If you see, actual time complexity is big O of n or omega of n or theta of n, whatever you can consider. But for non-deterministic decision, whatever we assumed now, the time complexity is 1. Okay. Why non-deterministic? Because it is not yet come to the, it is not existing. That algorithm doesn't exist. We are just trying to assume. So that is the reason we call it as NP hard. It is not so easy to get such algorithms which will further reduce the time, because the research is still going on. They have not found such algorithms. Okay. So here we have one more algorithm, satisfiability. So just Boolean variables you have here. Okay. So these are either literals or variables. So we will see just one. For example, this is just the formula given. So based on the formula you are going to generate the tree. Okay. So this is called as conjunctive normal form. See, or and, using those or and. See, here you have 4 literals. One is x1, x2, x3 and x4. So it can be x1 or it can be negation of x1. That is, see, you can see here for x4 it has been taken negation of x4. These are some variables or some values. Okay, we are going to consider. Yes, for that you need to get the decision. So you can generate the tree and get the decision for that. Okay, so generating the tree, you remember in knapsack problem, in sum of subset problem, in traveling salesman problem, what we did, we generated the tree, isn't it? So which one to select, which one not to select, all those things. So that is what is given. So why it is called as NP hard or NP complete is, there is some algorithm. Okay, there is some algorithm which takes so much of time. Okay, so we just assume no satisfiability algorithm. So this, if it is considered as NP hard problem, and if this one or some other problem like example knapsack or some sum of subset or traveling salesman problem, if you are able to reduce it to the same, see, you need not apply each and everything. We are just talking about the time taken. We are not talking about the working of the algorithm. Okay, so if you are able to reduce the satisfiability problem to the problems like knapsack, or you are able to reduce those knapsack problems and all to the satisfiability, if this is called as NP hard, then that is also called as NP hard. Okay, why NP hard? Again, for that also there may not be existing algorithm which will further reduce the time complexity of such problems to polynomial.